had everything correct. Now today's lesson. Place value of numbers. Place value of numbers. Let's look at how our number system works. Let's look at how our number system works. You see, when you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As soon up to 9, as soon as you get to 10, it changes. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As soon as you get to 10, you move to another place. So from 10, we will count in tens. Let's count in tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. As soon as you get to 100, it changes. You could see that it is 10 times greater whenever we move to the next place. Now, let's count in hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. As we move to 1000, it also changes. Let's look at it. I'm going to represent it over here for you. So we have the ones. We have the ones. And from ones, so counting from 1 up to 9, when you get to 10, it changes. So we move to the tens place. So ones, tens. When we start counting in tens, we move to the hundreds place. Now from hundreds, we move to the thousands place. And from thousands, we move to the 10,000s place. And from 10,000s, we move to the 100,000s. And now, when we move from here, now we get to millions place. It doesn't end here. It continues like that. But for basic 5, we're going to end over here, millions. So we start from ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and then to millions. This is where we, basic 5 learners, will end. When you move to the next class, we're going to look at other places. So with these ones, we can represent it with a capital O. So whenever you see this in the place value chart, it represents ones. And the tens, we represent with a capital T. We have hundreds to be H. Thousands, we have TH. 10,000s, we're going to have TH. To have H, TH. And what do you think the million will be? With the millions, we're going to have our M. So we have the ones to be O, tens, we have T, hundreds, H, thousands, TH, 10,000s, TTH, 100,000s, we have HTH, millions, we have M. We are going to represent these on the place value charts. So take note of what we have written here. This is what I am going to use, and know what each of them represents. So with our place value chart, I have my chart over here. Please, when you are drawing, use your rule. And then we are going to divide it. We have our O. The ones is always at the extreme right, followed by tens, hundreds, thousands, ten thousands, 100,000s, and our millions will come here. So this is our place value chart. We always start from the extreme right. We have 10 ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and then millions. Now let's look at this question. Write the place value of the underlined digits. Write the place value of the underlined digits. We have 2,524,513. Before we can write the value of the underlined digits, let's represent this number on our place value charts. And always start from the extreme right of the digits. So the digits here, we're going to write, start from this. So we have 3, 1, 5, 4, 2, 5, and then 2. Each of the digits here has a place. If we start from here, we're going to have a different number. So when you are representing numbers on the place value chart, you have to start from the extreme right of the number. That is what we have done over here. Now write the place of the underlined digits. What are they? We have 2, we have underlined 2, and then 5. What is the value? What is the value? So let's start with the 2. The first one over here, and it's under millions. So what is the value of this 2 over here? To determine the value, this is in millions, and we have 2 under it. It means we're going to have 2 million. So to write the value, You have your 2. So the value of this 2 will give us, when we write 2, we assume the rest of the digits to be zeros. We assume the rest of the digits to be zeros. So how many digits are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means you're going to have 6 zeros. So let's write it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the value of this 2 underlined over here is 2 million. And when we come to the chart 2, 2 is under millions. So 2 of the millions will give us 2 million. 2 million. That is what we have over here. Done. We have another digit being underlined, which is 5. Let's look at the value of 5 over here. This is the 5 that we have underlined. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The 5 is over here. What is the value of this? This 5 is in the hundreds place. So the place of this 5 is hundreds. Now we want the value. How many of the hundreds? 5. So 5 of the hundreds will give us 500. But if you want to write it this way, you write 5 and assume the rest of the numbers after the 5 to be zeros. So the value of this 5 under the 100 is going to be 500. We have our 5 and assume the rest of these digits to be zeros. So we're going to have 1, 2. 2 of the zeros, making 500. So the place of the 5, the place of this 5 underlined over here is hundreds, and its value is 500. The place of this 2 is millions. The value of that 2 is 2 million. The 2, its place is millions, and its value is 2 million. You write 2 and assume the rest of the digits to be zeros. That is what we have done over here. Looking at place value of numbers, the value of numbers. Now we've looked at the place, millions, the value, 2 million, and this 5 too, its place is hundreds, and its value is 500. I have more questions over here. Let me give you more. The second one. I have underlined this and this. Let's look at the value. We have 73,043. Let's look at the value of the numbers that I have underlined. With this, let's write the 7. What is the value of the 7? What is the value of the 7? So you can write, you have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and then 10,000. So this 7 is under 10,000s. So 7 of the 10,000s will give us 70 thousand. So you write 7 and assume the rest of the digits to be zeros. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the value of the 7 in this number is 70,000. Let's look at the value of this 3. This 3, its place as thousands, and what is its value? The value of the 3 is 3 of the thousands. 3 of the thousands will give us 3,000. So with this 2, we write 3, assume the rest of the digits after the 3 to be zeros. So 1, 2, 3. We will have 3 of the zeros, which is 3,000. Learners, I hope you are following. Let's look at the value of the 4. Before that, what is the place of the 4? The place of the 4 is tens. And its value, 10 of the tens. You have 10, 10, 10. 4 of the tens. So 4 tens will give us 40. So 4, its value is 40. We write 4, assume this to be 0. So it is 40. The place of this 4 is tens, and its value is 40. And the last one over here, 3. What is the place of the 3? The place of the 3 is ones. And what is the value? The value is still 3. There is nothing over there. So the value of the 3 is 3. Its place is ones. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 3 will give us 3. That is it. So learners, look at something over here. The value of this 3 is not the same as this. Why? Because they are all at different places. This 3 is at the thousands place, and this one is at the ones place. So when you see 3 here, they are not the same because they are at different places. The value of this is 3,000, and the value of this 3 is just 3. I want you to do this for me. The third question. Write the value of the underlined digits. I want you to do it for me. This time you are going to do it. When you are done, we will all do it together. Then you assess yourself. Your time starts now. All right, I hope you are done. Let's do it together. You have 9,999. You have some of the digits underlined. So let's look at the value of each of the digits underlined. So we have ones, tens, hundreds, and then thousands. The value of this 9. First of all, let's look at the place. The place is thousands. So 9 of the thousands will give us 9,000. If you can't multiply, simple trick. Just write the 9 and assume the rest to be zeros. So after the 9, how many zeros are we going to write? 1, 2, 3. So you bring it over here. You are done. So the value of this 9 is 9,000. Learners, let's move to the next underlined digit. That one too is 9, but different place, remember. Let's look at the place of this 9. It is 10. 10 of the 9s. So you have 90. You write 9, assume this to be 0. And our last 9, what is the value? Its place is ones and its value is 9. You see? All the 9s are not the same because they are at different places. The first 9 is 9,000. The third one is 90. And the last one is just 9. Okay, on this note, I want you to do this at home for me. You have a task on your screen. Write the place value of the underlined digits. Write the place value of the underlined digits. The first one, you have numbers. I have underlined some of the digits. You are going to write the place value of the underlined digits. Quickly copy it into your books and then you do it for me when you are done. I believe you have copied the exercise into your books. Learners, this brings us to the end of today's lesson. Have the best of the day.